They study less than you, they sleep more than you, and yet they absolutely crush you on the exam. And today, you're gonna understand exactly why. The med student drowning in flashcards, not knowing which ones to prioritize. The student prepping for boards, who's been locked in their room for 14 days straight, memorizing the same material over and over. The engineering major studying 10 hours a day and still failing midterms. All three of them have one thing in common. None of them have an effort problem. They have a system problem. Every June, 13 million Chinese students sit down for the most ruthless exam on the planet, the Gaokao, a test that decides the rest of their lives in just 2 days. And the ones who make it to the top, to Tsinghua, to Peking University, aren't the ones who memorized things the fastest. They're the ones who mastered a study system that the West almost never teaches. Today, I'm giving you the whole thing, the 3 steps in order, with nothing cut out. If you're new here, I'm a biomedical engineering major, and I've been obsessed with one single question for years. Why do some people study half as much as everyone else and get double the grades? It's not luck, it's not being naturally smart, it's applied neuroscience, and today you're gonna steal it. Stick around until the end, because step number 3 is the one absolutely nobody does, and it's what separates the elite from everybody else. Let's start by destroying the habit that's stealing the most of your time right now. Rereading and highlighting. It feels productive. The yellow highlighter, the colorful pages. It gives you the feeling that you're actually learning. It's a lie. And there's a scientific name for that lie. The illusion of fluency. Your brain recognizes the text the second time it reads it, and it confuses recognizing with knowing. When you reread, your brain takes the shortcut, recognition. Fast, comfortable, and practically useless on test day. When you force yourself to remember without looking, you trigger the long route, active recall. That route is uncomfortable, it's slow, and it's the only one that actually leaves a mark on your long-term memory. Elite students, the ones getting into Tsinghua, Seoul National, the top engineering programs in the world, don't read more, they recall more. This is what the elite student community in China calls, loosely translated, the total mastery cycle. I tweaked it and dubbed it the 3-2-1 method. 3 numbers, 3 phases, 1 single goal. That on test day, your brain doesn't hesitate or stutter. But I'm warning you right now, step 3 is painful. It's the one almost everyone skips. And it's exactly what makes the difference between passing and getting an A. We'll get to it in a few minutes. Step 1. You read it 3 times. But not just any read-through. Each one has a different goal, and if you mix them up, you lose 80% of the benefit. The right mindset to start with is this. Read like the exam is in 10 minutes. Not like you have 3 weeks left. That artificial urgency completely changes how your brain prioritizes information. The first read is straight through, no stopping, no highlighting absolutely anything. Your only goal here is to catch the general structure, what the topic is about, how it's broken down, what connects to what. It's a map, not a detailed exam. If you stop to memorize a date on the first pass, you're breaking the entire purpose of the method. Think of it like a pilot checking the flight map before taking off. They need to see the whole route, not memorize every cloud along the way. On the second and third read, that's when you dive deep. Now you're specifically looking for what slipped by, proper nouns, exact numbers, the connections between one idea and the next. This is where I usually bring up an example of a student I've been following for a while. Let's call her Wei, from Chengdu, prepping for the Gaokao. Wei didn't just read her chemistry notes once, hoping they'd stick. She read them exactly 3 times, with 3 different questions in her head each time. What is this about? What detail am I missing? How does this connect to the last topic? 3 reads with 3 different questions are worth way more than 10 reads with 0 questions. And here comes the first mistake I am sure you're making right now: confusing highlighting with studying. Highlighting makes you feel like you're making progress, but it's a motor activity, not a cognitive one. Your hand is moving, your memory isn't. If you finish a whole chapter painted yellow, congratulations, you just manufactured the most expensive illusion of fluency of your semester. The 3-2-1 method eliminates that trap from the root, because it straight up bans highlighting during the reading phase. Let me stop for a second, because I need to be totally honest with you. What you're watching here isn't some generic study tips content I copied from a blog. It's the result of months of researching how elite students in Asia actually train, cross-referencing it with scientific evidence on memory and attention, and adapting it so it works in your language, your curriculum, and your real life. And this is barely the tip of the iceberg. There's a complete version of this system with the exact templates, the review calendar, and how I apply it week by week that I haven't shown in any public video yet. The people who are building something serious with me, the ones who want to stop winging it and get into a real system, already know this. You don't come here to consume motivational content. You come here to install a discipline that doesn't depend on your mood. Put a pin in that idea. We're gonna come back to it at the end of the video, because there's a way for you to be a part of that. Alright, let's keep going. Because step 2 is where most people discover, in absolute embarrassment, that they actually didn't know anything they had already studied. Step 2. And this is the one that's the most uncomfortable the first time you do it. You close the book, you close the notebook, you turn to an empty wall, and explain the topic out loud, from scratch, like you're teaching it to someone who knows absolutely nothing. This technique has super deep roots in the Chinese academic tradition. Bei Song, reciting out loud as a tool for total mastery. It's not some cultural quirk, it's pure brain mechanics. Talking out loud forces your brain to organize information in real time, without the visual crutch of having the book right in front of you. And right then, in that exact moment, something mind-blowing is gonna happen. You're gonna start talking smoothly, and at some point, you're gonna stutter. You're gonna draw a blank. You're gonna say, "This was," and you won't know how to keep going. That's called hitting the wall. And it's not a sign of failure. It's the most valuable piece of intel in your entire study session. That exact spot where you stuttered is exactly what your brain does not know yet, no matter how much you felt like you had it mastered after reading it 3 times. Most students never find their blind spots until the exam. You're gonna find them right now, in the safety of your room, without anyone grading you. Think about the engineering major from the beginning of the video, the one studying 10 hours a day and still failing. His mistake wasn't the amount of hours. It was that he never self-tested out loud. He'd read the circuit diagram, nod his head thinking, "Yeah, I get this," and close the book without ever actually checking. The day he started explaining every diagram out loud to a blank wall, he realized there were at least 3 concepts he understood while reading, but was completely incapable of explaining without help. Repeat this full process twice. The first explanation shows you your gaps. The second confirms if you actually close them. Second little mistake: thinking that talking smoothly means you know the topic. You can sound confident and be completely wrong. Verbal fluency tricks even brilliant students, because your brain is an expert at filling in gaps with vague words that sound like knowledge. That's why the method doesn't end at step 2, because talking can still be faked. And now we get to the step I promised at the beginning, the one almost nobody does, the one that truly separates the ones who pass from the ones who master it. You grab a completely blank piece of paper, no book, no notes, no paused video on the side of the screen for a quick check, and you write down absolutely everything you know about the topic, from scratch. Why write and not just keep talking out loud if you already did that in step 2? Because talking is fast, and speed is exactly what lets your brain fill in the gaps with what neuroscience colloquially calls filler words, empty connectors, vague statements, phrases that sound smart but don't actually mean anything concrete. When you talk fast, your brain lies to you with total confidence. When you write, it can't. Writing forces you to go so slow that every single knowledge gap gets exposed in absolute silence right there on the paper. It's uncomfortable. It's slow. You're gonna hate this step the first time you do it. And that is exactly why it works. When you finish brain dumping everything onto the blank page, and only then, you open the book and compare it line by line. Mark what you forgot in red. Mark what you got right in green. Don't erase anything. The whole page, with its visible mistakes, is your exact map for what to review tomorrow. This final comparison is what seals the information into your long-term memory, because you're giving your brain the most powerful ingredient for learning: immediate and specific feedback. The entire 3-2-1 method rests on 3 pillars that cognitive science has been confirming for decades. Number 1. Active recall. Forcing your brain to remember without help builds way stronger memories than passive rereading. Number 2. Desirable difficulty. Just because an exercise feels hard, like writing without notes, doesn't mean it isn't working. It's the sign that your brain is building a real connection. Number 3. Consolidation through comparison. Seeing exactly where you messed up, right after the effort of remembering, is what burns the information in almost permanently. Let's go back for a second to the 3 students from the beginning. The med student doesn't need to guess which flashcards to prioritize anymore. The 3 reads gave her the map, and the final writing step showed her exactly which deck to review. The student prepping for boards, who was locked in his room for 14 days repeating the same stuff, now repeats less, but tests himself more. And because of that, he moves faster than he did in 2 whole weeks. And the engineering major studying 10 hours and failing realized the problem was never the effort. It was never having a blank page to tell him the truth. That is the entire point of the 3-2-1 method. To stop feeling like you're studying and start proving that you actually learned. Being part of the academic elite isn't some talent you're born with. It's not magic. It's not just having the brains for it. It's a system. One that you can learn, copy, and install into your routine this very week. The students making it to the top in the Gaokao, in Seoul, at the best universities in the world, weren't born knowing how to study like this. Someone, at some point, showed them the system. Today, that someone was me. If you made it this far, you're not average anymore. You now know what the other 99% still don't understand. Subscribe because this is just the first building block of the complete system I'm putting together, and you're not gonna want to miss what's coming. And if you really want to join the group of students who are done winging it and ready to build a real system with me, leave me just one word in the comments: unstoppable. I'm gonna read it, and very soon you'll understand exactly what it was for. See you in the next video.